Hallo Klickenabendler, wir sind bei Boardgame Vietnam und schauen uns mal ein paar von ihren Spielen an. Die Serie, die jetzt hier vor uns liegt, da liegen 2 Spiele aus und hier sieht man 3 Gameboxen. Das ist eine Serie, insgesamt hat die sich über 200.000 Mal in Vietnam verkauft. Die erste knapp 60.000 im ersten Jahr 2019, dann kam Covid dazu. Aber in den letzten 3 Jahren hat sich die gesamte Serie über 200.000 Mal verkauft in Vietnam. So, what's the game name of the game which we see here?
You are looking at a Galactical Beast. It's the second one in the series. So in this game, the characters, these are characters based on horoscope, and they come into the school library, and they accidentally open up a forbidden book, and the book released on the monster and Asian beast, and now they have to go and collect them back.
Sounds like Cthulhu in Germany, but yeah, all right. Okay, so how does the game work?
You can choose your favorite character, and the character you can choose on your size or other side is up to you. And each character they will have their special abilities, and how we go is that we roll a dice, and then we go around the board to complete missions to fight each of these monsters. So we have fought around 38 monsters, and when you collect all these monsters, they will help you to fight the Asian beast. And the goal of the game is that the player work together to defeat all 4 of these beasts.
So it's a cooperative game?
It's a cooperative game. After 15 rounds, if we cannot collect all of these 4 monsters, then everybody lose.
But how is the mechanic work? So we have cards, I have a figure, so how do I play it? How does my actual turn look like?
So this is a very simple game for family and friends. So the mechanic basically is you roll the dice, you move around the board.
Let's do that.
So for example, if you go and you meet with this, this is in Vietnamese it's called solar bat, and how we gonna fight this is that the player who fight this monster will be in the role of the fighter, and then the player next to him, for example, he will be in the role of the monster, and then we beat the monster by rolling the dice.
But do you have to go on a special place to fight against it, or you can fight against it from all fields? It doesn't matter.
You can fight them from all fields. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have many different modes. So for one mode, when you fight the monster, you gotta spend a few of the food of the drumstick, and so you gotta be strategically in what monster do you wanna fight, because the monster you fight when after that will be your ally in fighting the big bosses.
All right.
Yeah. So you don't wanna collect or only wanna waste the food on the wrong monster. Yeah. So I will roll the dice. For example, I roll 6, and he will roll the dice. He will roll 6, but then the monster will have this +2.
So 8.
8. So he won't beat me. Yeah. So we will do that again. Or if I ran out of food, I cannot.
So you have to give up food now.
I have to give up food, and then I gotta go around until.
How much food do you give up?
So for each time you lose 2 drumsticks.
All right.
Yeah, and then after a round, everybody replenish.
All right.
Yeah. So on. The games go on, and then the 4 players collect the monster, and then when they are ready, they can choose to fight this boss.
And he has his values here, I guess.
Yes.
The monster values are here.
Yes.
For fighting.
Yes.
And the food which you collect.
So sorry for my bad English. So for the big boss, when you are ready, meaning when you think you have the right monster to fight the bosses, and you have enough food for the big boss, because the big boss costs more food, then you go to battle the boss. But you gotta be careful, because when you battle the boss and you lost, you will lose more, and you will also lose a turn. Yeah.
All right.
So for the big boss, they also have special card. So for example here, and the big boss abilities are all set here.
All right.
Yeah.
And the food tokens, I get 2 each round.
You get 3 each round, but every time you lost to a minor monster, you lost 2. But every time you lost to this, you lost everything. So it's a long time to recover from a big loss.
Okay, and the game ends when we win against all 4, or how do we lose?
After 15 rounds. After 15 rounds, if we defeated all 4 of the bosses, then everybody wins.
Okay. Yeah. The second game out of the series, or the first game out of the series, is that one here, right?
Yeah, so this is the second one of the series. These are the first one of the series.
So the camera is on the board at the moment. So what is that game about?
So this is called Comet Race. So on their planet, the asteroid are going to destroy the planet, and everybody has to go around town to different shops and then supply to collect the resources to the survival bunker.
The resources look like treasure chests to me.
Yes. So yeah, this is actually a treasure chest of the resources. So we have different type of shop. So this shop they only have one treasure, and these we have 2. These we have 3. Yes. And then the base game is also based on a similar concept, which is you roll a dice, you go around, and when you go to the shop, you can collect the resources. Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, it sounds simple, but it's really fun because the signature of the game of the series is that there is a little bit of role playing in there. So in this game, you also pick your character as your side, and with your side, you also have different abilities. And with different abilities, you can support yourself, or you can make other players not collecting the resources. So this is a cooperative game, but this is a competitive one.
And with the resources, you just make a set and win if you have the most resources after the game, or you need the resources to pay something, to buy something.
No, you just collect the resources, and when all the shops are destroyed, who has the most resources win the game. So because the asteroids are coming, after a round we will reveal one of the cards. And then this means the pen shop is being destroyed by the comet. So for example here, this is the pen shop, and all these are gone, and nobody can collect it. Yes.
And the game ends when every treasure chest is picked up?
The game ends on 2 conditions. The game ends on when the first condition is that when you see one of the player got the most chests, and nobody can, the remaining player cannot win the game. And the second condition when the game ends is that all the shops are destroyed, and then we count the chest.
And the players do have equipment cards like this here, so they can play it all the time and do what's mentioned on the card. So here's mentioned, target another player, he/she cannot move. So this turn, expect with character special abilities. So that's a mirror, a class mirror, and you cannot move out of it for 1 round.
Yeah, that you said it perfectly. So the equipment card, you can collect it during the way, and there are 2 types of equipment card. The first one is that you can use it at any time, even others play a turn. Or the second type of equipment card is that you can only use it if it's your turn.
All right.
Yes.
And there are some fields, no shop, perhaps.
Okay, so this is in Vietnamese. So when you step on this, a random shop get exploded.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a very very random and fun game, and it has a great table presence. People in Vietnam is really loving this, and to this day, this is still our best selling of the 3, because it's the first one that came out.